Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog at stampwithelaine.com. Today I'm going to talk about how you can use Stampin' Up's masking paper to make really quick, simple cards with blending backgrounds. On the Stampin' Up website, if you just key in Stampin' Up masking paper, you'll get this come up, and there are 12 sheets of the adhesive sheets or masking paper, and they measure 5 inches by 7 inches, the same as the fluid 100 pieces. What I do is I cut them in half so that it will stretch further. Now these are the cards we're making today. They're really quick and simple, and it's all done with blending brushes and this masking paper. This is the nest of dies I'm using. They're called Nested Essential Dies. They're standalone dies. You can actually use any one you wish, like from the Stylish Shapes or punches. So you cut that in half, you take off the backing sheet, and then press it to your clothing so it doesn't get too sticky. It just makes it easier to handle, really. And then you stick it flush with the size of your cardstock, so that will also be 3.5 inches by 5 inches. The stamp set I'm using in conjunction with this is the Earthen Textures ones. It does have a set of dies that goes with it, that coordinates with it. But I'll cover the dies in a 101 next time. But this is the stamp set and these are the dies. If you purchase them together, then it will save you 10%. So the stamp set actually comes from the Earthen Elegance Sweet Collection, which you'll find on pages 70 to 71 in the May 23 to April 24 annual catalogue. These are the Earthen Elegance. They're 12 by 12 inch sheets, and there are 2 sheets of 6 double-sided designs. So this is, I don't know what these are, leaves, and that's a reverse. This looks like broderie anglais, doesn't it? And then there's that one. And this is the natural wavy trim that goes with it. So this blending technique and the masking makes really quick, easy cards. So these are the 3 I made with the different images on the stamp set. And these are the inks I'm using: Boho Blue, Moody Mauve, and Pretty Peacock. The other ink I'm using is Tuxedo Black Memento ink, and also a black Stamp and Write marker pen. And of course you'll need a variety of blending brushes, masking paper. You'll need 3 card bases, one in Boho Blue, one in Pretty Peacock, and one in Moody Mauve, and they've all been cut at 5 7/8 by 8 1/4 in Europe. So basically it's half an A4 sheet folded in half. For the inside of the card, you need 3 pieces of basic white, and these have all been cut at 3 3/4 by 5 1/2, so that's 9.5 by 14 centimeters. And for the matte layer on the card front, you need 3 pieces of basic white cut at 3 1/2 inches by 5 inches, and in metric that will be 7.5 by 12 centimeters. We'll start with the Moody Mauve first, and work off the paper before you work on the paper, because when the ink pads are new, they're quite juicy. I wasn't happy with that, so I've put it on the reverse side and did it again. Remove the paper. That's the card front done, and we want to use another piece for the inside of the card. So I'm going to for the Moody Mauve card, I'm going to be using this stem and this sentiment. Ink that up and line it up with the paper. Now, because this stamp is long and the block is hard to hold, I'm going to take the ink pad to the paper, to the stamp rather than the other way round, and just stamp here. Apply Tombow adhesive on the back and then glue it onto the card front, leaving an even border all round. And do the same with the back of this card. Make sure it's the right way up. Now we work with the Pretty Peacock one, and again off the paper before going on, so you don't get splotches. Now I want to blend the inside, and the trick is when you're doing the masking, you can also mask with copy paper, of course, but with masking paper, because it's sticky all over, it anchors the rim like this, so you won't get ink underneath it. Now I'll carefully remove the masking paper. You can use it again if you want to. You could pop it in your case like this and use it next time. Oh bother, I forgot to record it. But anyway, I've stamped it and stamped the wording as well. And for the inside of the card, I will just simply stamp the leaf. So I've applied Tombow on the back, and the smaller one goes on the front. And the large one goes inside the card. Now we're going to do the boho blue one. So again, work off the paper and then on, so you don't get splotches. Now I'm going to turn the label on its side for the larger basic white piece for the inside of the card. This time I'm going to stamp this trio of leaves, and again take the ink pad to the stamp and stamp here. I'm just going to use a marker pen for the inside of the card, and then for that bit ink up the wheat sheaf, I think it is, I don't know. Stamp here, then stamp the sentiment So I put Tombow glue on the back and then glue this to the front, the smaller piece to the front and the larger piece inside the card. And hey presto, that's 3 cards made in a jiffy. It's not going to fit in the camera, is it? So I'll just do the front of the card instead. So there's the front. I hope you've enjoyed this quick and easy way of using the masking and blending technique to make 3 simply stamped cards. Thanks for watching. Bye.